When you're ranked in the top 5, your very existence is a cauldron of pressure. And that is ratcheted up when you go on the road. And this highly ranked squad has found itself coming into a snake pit in this one. Welcome to Wallace Wade Stadium in Durham, North Carolina, home to the Duke Blue Devils. As we'll see the national champions from last year, the Florida State Seminoles, taking on a squad hoping to prevent another L this week, the Duke Blue Devils. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer alongside. Guys, we can't wait to see this game. Been looking forward to it all week. And the Blue Devils will kick it off to get us underway. Looks like he's going to bring it out. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. So Florida State's offense will get first crack at it today. And what a performance this guy turned in last week. Spectacular in every aspect of the game, Jesse.
Well, I know one thing for sure. The quarterback is going to be looking his way early in this one. When you have a game like he did last time, your quarterback, you all of a sudden move up in priority in the pecking order for the guy throwing the football. So it's not going to surprise me early here if the quarterback looks his way, regardless of what the coverage is, based on what he showed last time out.
Yeah, and they were on the same page. It was fun to watch. I mean, you could tell he knew exactly where his guy was, putting up the multiple touchdowns. Like, it was a thing of beauty. Now, defensively, I also know that, and I know he's looking that way. So look forward to seeing the chess match with the defense and maybe ways they can take him away.
The lone back's got it. And that's a very productive first down play and bringing up 2nd and 3.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you could turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
And the Seminoles can really attack on this 2nd and short. Leaves it with the back. Nice pick up there, gets him the first down and sets him up at the 45-yard line. Seminoles have always been known for explosive, flashy, big plays, but think of guys like Dalvin Cook and the toughness that he ran with. That's on display here.
And then those guys that I think of, too, with work done, where you hand them the football and big plays can happen, and offenses have been built around that for years at Florida State, finding that guy to hand the ball to.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. They'll move the wide receiver. Been showing them the run. Now they'll throw it. Snags it over the middle. Just what they were looking for, and he's got him set up in business at the 35 with a first down. The Seminoles come to the line with a new set of downs. Quickly complete. Oh, he's got some space. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
I'll tell you, this guy has to get touches early in games. They're doing a good job of that right now. He's so dangerous once he has the ball in his hands. And I think if you're on offense, you move him around and you find more creative ways to get him involved.
They pull him down at the 17 after a pickup of 3. Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. Back to pass. Looking for the score. It falls incomplete. He was trying to find his man for 6.
Well, on the opening drive of the game, establishing a rhythm and a cadence offensively is really, really important. They've done some good things on this first drive to put them in this situation. Obviously, you just threw an incompletion on 2nd down. You're likely going to throw it again here right now. Quarterback has just got to settle in. Timing is important. Get rid of the ball on time. Trust your read and execute this passing play if you're throwing.
And on 4th down, they'll try to put 3 on the board. It's good, and that was dead solid perfect. And with that, they break the seal on the scoring. It's 3-0.
And on this opening drive, the D gave up some yards, but that's okay. They buckled down when they needed to. They forced the field goal, keeping the home crowd still engaged, still excited, and now they get the football.
So Duke's offense will try to get something going with their first possession. off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line.
And you could tell this offense wanted to create a little bit of space being backed up, but how about the D? Coming out firing on all cylinders, getting the sack on the very first play.
The Blue Devils trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. From the shotgun, the inside give. Found a little space. He'll pick up 6 of the 14 as they have room to operate. It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires it beautifully in on the crosser. That kind of play will get a drive started or help your field position. They've got it at the 27.
Really nice job locking in by the quarterback that time on 3rd down. That was the completion you had to have. You're only down 3-0, I get it. It's your second drive of the game, so lots of football to go, but you want to establish a rhythm and confidence as early as possible, and getting that completion on 3rd down was big.
Trying play action. Throws to the wideout. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
I think for the quarterback, he's going to have to be so good with his eyes in this game. You're going up against one of the best defenses in the country. You've got to look guys off, especially when you're trying to throw to your primary target like he was on that last one.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Looking for a huge play. Oh, he makes the play. It's intercepted.
And the defender makes a great read, breaks on the football, and makes the big interception in the back end. And here's the thing, that's number 4 this season, so he's finding the football consistently.
They'll start this drive from the 42. Looking to throw on first down. It's caught. Plenty of room on that play, and they find their way to the 36.
Well, nice job hauling that pass in. I'll tell you, he keeps defenses on their heels. He really does. His speed is so scary. And I think back to my days in college. We used to play against the Seminoles when they had Peter Warrick and Lavernius Coles. And because of their game-breaking ability, it put so much pressure on our defense. I'll tell you, this guy's good enough to, I think, have played on that Seminole offense, and he would have gotten some looks. This guy can make some plays.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Slings it downfield. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. 3rd down coming.
They just have not been able to get this guy going. They've thrown it to him over and over again here in the first quarter, and QB and him just not able to link up. The defense knew that was where this guy was going to be looking, but these two, they've got to find a way to get on the same page.
Here comes the field goal unit as they'll try to get the 3. And this kicker might be feeling it. He made one earlier, now from 49 yards out. Never a doubt for this big-footed guy. 49-yard field goal is good. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Hey, guys, let's take a look at what's happening in a great top 25 matchup. Louisville has the lead right now, but it's not like Lamar Jackson is under center out there today, which might explain why this one is so close. They're up by 7 over Tennessee. We'll circle back if anything changes in this big-time ACC matchup. Guys?
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. And the sack all the way back at the 5.
You're not going to win a lot of games if you can't protect your quarterback. In their last game, they got sacked 4 times, lost the game. And so far in this one, they're having difficulty again. These guys up front have got to do a better job communicating and giving their QB time.
It's 2nd and long now as this defense has some energy after that last sack. Under fire. Makes the catch. It's Balkinson. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. And the Blue Devils in the hurry up. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Finds him out of the backfield. And it's pretty obvious there was a big hole in that screen, and the defense ran right through it. So from his own end zone, the punt is away. Bottled him up, not a whole lot of room to run on that return, and that's how this period will come to an end. We've come to the end of the period, and Florida State has the lead. And we've come to the end of one, and let's take a quick moment to catch up on the stats. They've got a first down here to open the period. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in second and short, not a good job by this defense.
Wants to fire on second down. Looking down the middle. A strike downfield. He was working his way toward that goal line. They'll stop him at the 2 after the big play up top.
Yeah, and the quarterback knew exactly where he wanted to go with the football, had time, spins the ball deep. Nice job by this offense, understanding what the defense is giving them.
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Knowles!
It's top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And he'll be brought down after a solid effort on that return. And the Duke offense heads back out onto the field. They really need to find a way to generate some offense here, having fallen behind 13-zip. The give to the back. Pretty good job of running to get 2 there to the 32. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. He'll do it himself. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. These are the types of plays where offenses impose their will. 3rd and short from the 45. Here's the pressure. And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. Bounced right back to them.
Doesn't it always seem like that ball is on the ground for like 30 seconds? You got 17 guys running at it, slow motion. Like, I got to get the football. Offense very lucky to get that football back.
The kick is on its way. He'll field the punt. Little pressure on the coverage team there, and they'll stop him at the 47-yard line. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. They stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. Might be changing the route. A run for the quarterback.
Quarterbacks generally, guys, we know, they're not as big and not as physical runners as running backs. So it is going to be trickier for them to break tackles. I like the idea of getting the design quarterback run game going. But moving forward, let's see if we can get him out to the perimeter.
Motion from the wideout. Wants to go up top. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. And now let's see if the offense can bail itself out after the second down misfire. Sends it back in motion. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. He's got the back in the middle. Putting together a real scoring threat here as they pick up the first down at the 36.
And that's why this guy is such a weapon in this offense, because you don't have to throw it far downfield. Just get the ball in his hands. He catches it close to the line of scrimmage, but look what he was able to do after the catch.
Deep shot for the end zone. Touchdown Seminoles. They took a shot to the end zone and found 6 points waiting on them. They've got the lead and trying to put this one in a hammerlock here in Week 10.
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays, just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. And the returner is stopped. And Duke has the ball back, ready to go on the attack. They've got nothing done so far, and they already find themselves in a 3-possession hole, Jesse.
Yeah, and as a head coach, you're wondering, what didn't I say? What didn't I do to get my team ready to go? Because we look like we're sleepwalking at this point, Dave.
Yeah, nothing went well in the first quarter. You just say refresh. Like, let's try to find a way now, chip into this lead, try to make it somewhat manageable when you get to the half.
Off play action. Fires to the right. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
Running back searching for a hole. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in. Down to 2 minutes before the half, and they'll take the timeout and see if they can add a little more before the break. Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that 1st down. They go to the ground. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
And it's not a surprise who they gave the football to. When you get down in this area, they're going to call his name. The physical back, they're going to give him the football. They're going to use their identity of physicality and run game down here in the red zone.
He might want another play. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can pick up a 1st down without scoring. 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. The throw to the outside is complete. They make the tackle just outside the end zone, but it'll be 1st and goal from the 1.
Really nice job there of the quarterback reading coverage. He knew exactly where to go with the football and at what exact time. The timing could not have been better. They get the completion on 3rd down, setting up 1st and goal.
Touchdown, Florida State! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
He'll start the return inside his 5. And the return man is stopped, and that'll leave it up to the offense on the next drive. And the Duke offense heads back out onto the field. These guys have taken some body blows in the first half, but now a chance to do something to feel a little better going into halftime.
Maurice, they got to respond now. They got to put points on the board right here, cut into this deficit, create a little bit of momentum, because this one's going to get out of hand otherwise.
Yeah, there are a lot of offenses out there that might just say, okay, let's just regroup and figure it out. This offense doesn't have time to do that. They've got to be aggressive. They've got to throw it downfield. They've got to score points.
The Blue Devils want to move quickly. Wants to throw on 3rd. And it's picked off for the 3rd time today. He stopped, not much on the return, but a whole lot in getting the football.
And if you're the quarterback, you might want to stop throwing that guy's way. I mean, you knew coming into this game, David, he's one of the best corners in the entire country. He's already been picked off twice now. He is literally living in this quarterback's head rent-free.
And so nice to have a guy like this that can cut off half the field, because now you can put resources elsewhere. He's proven, if you try me, bad things are going to happen.
Wants to go up top on 1st down. Going to throw it over the top of the D. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on. Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. They'll throw again after the incompletion. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and third down is coming.
Well, the offense has had their way all game long up to this point. Finally, the defense is able to make a play. And I'll tell you, after that hit, that receiver is going to be thinking twice about running that route again.
Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down.
That's why it's so important for this defense to win first and second down. You set up third and longs like that, you can show your exotic looks, you can get the pass rush going, everybody on the back end expecting throw, and that's how you force incompletions and force fourth downs.
That is no good. Well, they missed the field goal. That's about the only thing that hasn't gone their way in this one.
Man, sometimes I just feel like fourth down, man. Just go for it every time. Like the field goal, miss, make, rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but we left some points off the scoreboard there.
Wants to throw on first down. Snagged out of the air. The offense burns its third and final timeout of the half.
And the offense here dialed up a really good zone beater. Give credit to the offensive coordinator. He called the right play at the right time.
Offense threatening at the 45-yard line on 1st and 10. Bringing the heat. Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49. Back to pass on second down. And just not enough field to hold that one. It's incomplete.
And I think a big reason this offense is struggling right now and why they're trailing on the scoreboard is they have not been able to protect this guy, and it's affected him. He has not looked very accurate. Moving forward, the pass pro has got to be better to help this guy out.
On third and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Just threw that one away to avoid disaster.
Every defense in the country talks about getting offenses in predictable third and long situations where I can bring on more speedsters and I know the pass is coming so I can have more success.
They'll get down and put a stop to the return at about the 28-yard line. One more snap coming before halftime. Power football with the run. Makes it past the marker. They make the stop, and that is the end of the first half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
Gentlemen, you've had yourselves a superb broadcast so far today in Durham.
The Seminoles will try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the second half. From a couple of yards deep, he'll bring it out. And Duke has the ball back, ready to go on the attack. Huge deficit to start this third quarter. They just need to find something to build a little confidence.
Yeah, it hasn't gone well. When you're trailing by this much, this first drive, man, does everything matter and hinge on this? Because every possession in the second half is going to be critical.
Yeah, and I think if you're on offense, why hold back? What are you worried about? Nothing went well in the first half for you, and at this point, trailing by as much as you are, throw caution to the wind, be aggressive, and let's just see what happens.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Now the play fake. Got a man in the middle. That's a nice pickup to give them some breathing room, and they've got it out to the 27.
I know the offense is down by a lot here in the second half. You just need one big play, though, to spark the offense, get the confidence going, and they may have found it right there in that completion. Good throw, good catch. Now we got to keep it going.
Here comes the heat. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16.
And there's no mystery as to why this team's losing today. They've given up 5 sacks. They cannot keep their quarterback upright. And you just saw another example of it right there. He has never been able to get into rhythm throwing the football.
The give to the tailback. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
I got to be honest, I am shocked at just how well the defense has played in this game, especially stopping the run. We talked about statistically how they've struggled this season, but they have put the clamps down in this one, and they're just playing with a ton of it.
And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the fumble recovery gives the ball to the offense with a 1st and goal. Wants to adjust the pattern. They'll keep it on the ground for 1st and goal. And he's forced out of bounds close to the goal line, and that shove saved a touchdown.
This is a hard defense to run to the outside against because of their speed. You saw in that last play their ability to go sideline to sideline, win at the point of attack as they shut down that sweep play.
Yeah, and it's also hard when you get in the red because what do we do on defense? We bring in all the big bodies, so there's not a lot of speed.
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, no!
And I love when you make no bones about it. Bring in the beef, all the tight ends, the extra offensive linemen, give it to the fullback, let him plow ahead. You knew it was coming, and you couldn't stop it.
Kickoff unit getting some extra work as this lead has really grown. And he hauls it in, and everybody's on the edge of their seats. And the coverage team gets the returner on the ground. And the Duke offense heads back out onto the field. And after that last turnover, David, prime example, sometimes the harder you try, the worse it gets.
And it just puts you behind the 8 ball. I mean, this offense has to do something, put it together. You got a deficit, Palmer. You need some mojo. Something needs to go your way.
At this point of the game, they've got to score touchdowns every time they have possession.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Looking to fire. Lofts one high and deep. It's caught, and what a job to get the foot down and make it a huge gain along the sideline.
Well, I know they're losing right now, but they're not going to be losing for long if they keep hitting shots like that. And I love the idea here, taking a shot to your best player on offense. This guy is one of the biggest playmakers in all of college football. Tremendous speed. He locates the ball, makes a catch, and that play gives this offense so much confidence.
Nice job by the defense staying glued to him, getting him on the ground as soon as he catches the football, knowing he's a threat. I'm not going to let this guy get out of my sights. Nice job by the D.
Here comes the offense on 2nd down. Back to pass. Another interception. That's his 4th of the day. Bringing it back. And he was trying to chart a course on that pick for a pick 6, but he'll be stopped at the 31.
And what a great moment for that young man right there. That's his first career interception in college football. He's a guy that's worked so hard. He wanted to make an impact for his defense this year, and he comes up with a massive...
Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 30.
Defense just simply not fooled by the play action. Oftentimes, an offense, you're hoping the run fake's going to slow down those pass rushers, but man, oh man, they had their ears pinned back.
And the Seminoles with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. The run from the shotgun. And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a gain before the stop is made.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Got his man quickly. That'll be enough for a 1st down, and they've got it at the 16-yard line.
And it's on 3rd downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
And those sting for offenses, man. You've got an opportunity to get in the end zone, to get the touchdown. It's not easy. It's hard to get guys open. He comes open, and the quarterback, man, I bet he wishes he had that one back.
That completion gets them inside the 10, and the defense is running out of room to defend.
And here comes money down for this offense. Third down execution is a premium. You work on it all week ad nauseum for these moments when you can execute when the field starts to shrink.
Just keep slinging it. Touchdown Seminoles. Quick strike through the air for the score.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not. So being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Going right to work up top. Using the quick game.
Slant routes, they're good against man coverage, but they're good against zone coverage too. If that receiver can find the soft spot between the linebacker and the DB, you'll take that throw all day.
The play action fake. And the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26.
That is now the 7th sack on defense. This offense cannot protect their QB. It doesn't matter if the defense is blitzing or if they're just winning one-on-one. 7 sacks, that's just ridiculous.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Unloads to the wideout. He's got an open man. And how about that? What the doctor always ordered, an explosive play to the 40. And the Blue Devils with the 1st and 10. To the air on 1st down. Makes the pass. Snagged in the middle. It's Balkinson. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a 1st down.
That's a huge throw for the offense, but they're down by a ton. They're going to need a lot more of that, and it's not going to be easy considering the defense knows they're probably going to be throwing the ball every play here in the second half moving forward.
Off the play fake on 1st down. Finds his big tight end. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. They'll move the tight end. Off the play fake. Wide open downfield. Touchdown, Blue Devils. They punctuate the chance with a trip to the end zone. That touchdown grabbed the 25th of his career.
Not surprising either. When you've got this guy's ability at that position, quarterbacks are going to be looking for you. 25 touchdown catches, that's an impressive figure.
Yeah, he's definitely one of those guys that have been so big time. Big time moments, clutch plays, makes those contested catches. He's a guy that can do everything, and that's why he's putting up such great stats.
Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. This should be the last play of the quarter. They'll try the run. Defense makes the tackle, and that will probably be the final play of the 3rd quarter. That's the end of the quarter, and Florida State has the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. So the final period starts with a 2nd down play. They'll run play action, looking for an open area to his left. They needed a big play, and they got it, and the foot down for the 1st down. They showed great trust in their quarterback right there, and why not? He's had an outstanding game.
An outstanding game, has taken care of the football. Now late in the game, you got the lead. That 1st down now tells me now it's time to start running the football, run the clock, get out of here with the dub.
Line getting set on 2nd down. Wants to go up top. Makes the grab. And they pick up just a few on that completion. The Seminoles come to the line on 3rd and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. They'll try to get outside. They were all over him, nowhere to go as that 3rd down play turned into a disaster. Boy, if they don't convert this 4th down, there will be questions to be answered. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains.
Wow, and that was just a bang-bang play. On that 4th down, the coverage was tight. QB had his receiver. He knew where he wanted to go with it, but the only way that ball gets completed is if he puts a little extra mustard on it, and he shows you the arm talent on the throw.
And I know you can play these late-game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position. You're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the 1st down.
And if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Just keep running the football. Everything is going according to plan right now. They've been able to stay on the field. They put some nice plays together back to back to back, and they're bleeding the clock. This is exactly what you practice for situations like this. Just keep doing what you're doing.
Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Smart move to keep it on the ground. And some room to work. He'll go out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 31, and a big pickup on that one. And the Noles kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. The offense changing the play. They'll toss it to the left. What a tackle in the backfield. He'll lose 6 on the play.
A lot of times offenses will do the FIB, formation into the boundary, try to take advantage of you necessarily spreading out, sending more resources to the field, trying to take advantage. Offense gave it a whirl, but the defense, they did not move. They did their assignments, got the TFL.
Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. 12th play of the drive coming up, but they've got a long way to go here on 3rd down. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46.
That is a gut punch if you're the offense, because they're in dime personnel. They're only rushing 4 guys. You've got 5 offensive linemen. You've got the option of bringing other people in to help give your QB time. And this offense, not good enough.
Big man has it. It's a 1st down and more. And we have breaking news. They score yet another touchdown.
And honestly, it's been about complementary football in this game, right? We've seen this offense go up and down the field. They've been lighting up the scoreboard, but the defense has done a great job, too, getting off the field and putting their offense in really good position in this game. The head coach has got to love what he's seen on both sides of the ball today.
On the move from inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. And Duke has the ball back, ready to go on the attack. They took advantage of outstanding field position the last time they had it, and now they'll have a little more work to do to get on the board. Movement from the linebackers trying to mess with the offensive line's assignments. From the gun, he leaves it with the back. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Yeah, and this has been tough sledding. All right, this offense has really struggled to move the football, and this game's all but over. But here's the thing, man. Thank God you don't play this defense every week. And let's continue to work here and find something we do good and build maybe a little bit of momentum so next week we play a little bit better football.
He was looking for some place to put his foot in the ground, but the defense was everywhere, and he's knocked down behind the line. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. Trying to pick up a 1st down. On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. And the quarterback goes down all the way back at his 4-yard line.
And that play is a microcosm of what this game has been. They have not been able to protect their quarterback all game long, early or late, up front. Moving forward, this offense has got to do a better job, or else they're going to be in a lot of trouble. You cannot give up as many sacks as they have in this game and expect to win.
At midfield, trying to turn it upfield. Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. Okay, guys, the Florida State offense returns to the field. They have dropped a hush on this entire stadium, David, by controlling this game.
And there's nothing like shutting up the home crowd. You love it. Nothing like having a big lead in the 4th quarter, Palmer, and not having to stress or worry.
Yeah, really impressive just seeing how they were able to take everything from the practice field this week and apply it to game day. They've been locked in all...
There he goes. And this defense is a half a beat behind. They just can't quite keep up. They've got it down to the 21. The Noles just got that huge run. They love another explosive play. The hand to the running back. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And the defense is still fighting. They haven't had the day that they dreamed of. But, you know, talking to the coaches coming into the game, like they thought they had a good plan. They'd be ready to attack and limit some of the damage this offense has done. They haven't done it today, though. They got to go back to the drawing board, figure some things out, because this wasn't a great day.
Now adjusting. Quick strike complete. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one. And the Seminoles come to the line on 3rd down, trying to keep this drive alive. They'll try to run for it. Headed to the end zone. And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their total.
Man, this has been a complete performance. The defense has been lights out, and the offense, obviously, just continues to pour it on. This is what you call having a great day. Putting it all together, offense, defense, complementary football.
After scoring that touchdown, they'll try to get it right back with an onside kick. And a few anxious moments, but the hands team is able to fall on it.
Well, here in the 4th quarter, they were obviously expecting onside kick. They got their hands team on the field. They're able to jump on the ball and make sure they get possession.
They'll go to the ground. Fights off a defender. And they'll wrestle him to the ground after a short gain. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Out of the gun, the running back has it. And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down.
And this defense is more than happy with the offense running the football. They've done a great job today. I mean, they've really made this offense work so hard, earn everything they've gotten, and that's why this lead is ballooned like it has.
Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from. A lot of things.
Makes the grab. He's got a 1st down. And not much of a 4th down gamble when it's that much of a sure thing. An easy conversion for this offense. To the air. It's Lynn. Hit as he throws. It's caught. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line. When you know you have a team outclassed, the ability to play to that standard and finish with a blowout like this is really impressive.
And it's almost like playing against yourself, right? You know you're better.